And we are live. Welcome along. It is Apex Racing League. We're here for round one, and after what was an immensely dry pre-season test race, we're here for the first round of the season, and it is raining qualifying here in Mexico. I am joined by my co-commentators for today. We've got ST and Fran Bernoulli. How are we doing, fellas?
Yeah, hello, not bad.
Yeah,
Nice
going
to
good, guys. Excited for this first race of Apex Racing League.
Yeah, and
Good.
a
Good man.
big spanner thrown in the works immediately for all 17 of the drivers joining us tonight. Rain already, which is a
Couldn't have
brilliant
been a
twist.
better start, in my opinion.
Yeah, rain in Mexico as well, a track where traditionally in real life you run high downforce, but this is the F1 game. It's not real life. I can tell you for a fact you run about as low downforce as you can get away with around this place, which is just absolutely immense. But a lot of talent on the grid today. Fran, obviously you were the guy that chose where everyone was going. So your insight, who do you think's looking best coming into this season?
As in drivers or the actual team lineups?
Over both, really.
I really think Williams have a really good lineup this season. Of course, FaZe Monkey. We've seen what he can do in other leagues, as well as Quiet Boy. They're both, I think, URC race winners in season 11, if I'm not mistaken. I think Quiet Boy won in Canada, didn't he? And then FaZe Monkey won in Canada, and I think Quiet Boy won in Qatar.
Yeah,
So
either way, both of those drivers.
two race winners in another league on the same lineup. Red Bull as well. I think they will compete, as Andy and Bluefoot have really good pace. Same with Ferrari and the RB. I'm really intrigued to see how Andrew does. Even though I don't think he's racing tonight, is he? I think the grid is stacked. Yeah, I don't believe so. I think the grid is stacked with fast drivers.
As we're watching along with Not Jack right now, he's the first driver on the lap. Someone who looked very strong in the pre-season race, actually, Fran. As we saw on that day. You know, he was looking good, had a few whoopsies, and that's what cost him on that day. But in the middle sector now, and in the wet, more challenging than in the dry. But in qualifying, the middle sector is torture no matter what you're doing. You've got to really balance the car on that limit. And through the middle sector and the final sector, he's really just trying to maximize everything. That car looks unstable as anything on this lap so far. So through the final corner,
Jonesy was sliding in the S's as well.
Yeah,
so it's a bit tough out there. The conditions are not the best.
Yeah, we've got 26.7, 27.2.
I believe that's a really big gap. I think today the drivers will be separated as Vinny. That's a decent lap as the banker, you know. For Ferrari, only a 10th behind LOI, not Jack.
Yeah, we saw yesterday in Formula Aero, Vinny was looking strong. He was racing very closely with XD Tyler, who is not racing here tonight. Quiet Boy, surprisingly, only P3, a driver who's traditionally been very good in the wet when I've previously seen him drive in it. So it'll be interesting to see, though, the times. Obviously, it's a wet session. A dry line is going to form, and that is when the times are really going to come falling down. As FaZe Monkey seems to be really washing off the terrible performances he kind of had towards the end of the last couple months. And this month, all of a sudden, everything coming back. He's been fighting up at the sharp end whenever he's been racing. And App Cairo, another one, really, who's kind of a wild card. He could really improve throughout the season. Now, obviously, it was a poor pre-season race from it's been not the best performances throughout most of the time I've watched him race, but that means there is that much potential for him just to keep improving. And find all the time in the world. He comes across the line, slots himself P12 for the time being. But the driver's still on laps, and actually Joker, the driver you'd expect to be right at the top, is going to struggle in this middle sector now. Dirty air in the wet is not fun, I can tell you that. From all my experiences driving wet on this game. And he's just going to have to hope that he's got just enough of a gap that he's not going to be impeded in this final sector. The Williams and the Mercedes just ahead of him now. And yeah, they are going to hold him up just a bit. Depends if they're pushing or not, whether this will be impeding. It looks like they might be. If they pull into the pits, then there's going to be questions asked afterwards.
Phase Monkey is in. As the Mercedes goes through. That was a bit messy. Joker in the last few corners.
Yeah, but
Joker
carrying a good time.
Joker carrying. Wait, Joker was on his lap on when there was all those cars in the last few corners, wasn't he?
Yeah, so 26.
He definitely got impeded there because they were on a straight line, so I don't know what they were doing. Probably will be checked after the race.
Either way, you've got to say, Fran, it's a good effort from still.
That's a really good lap. He got impeded. Like he got impeded, and to still get P6 and put up that lap time, which is only like really close to Bluefoot's lap. Which I see really sliding out there. It's going to be really hard for the drivers. This is going to separate the great drivers from the decent or good drivers today. I think this qualifying will prove who's arguably gonna go for the championship and who's just a middle table driver, as Bluefoot is really close to the wall there as he pulls into the pits.
Yeah, unsurprising to see him trying to come into the pits, probably a fresh set of tyres after this, but it always is hard in the wet around here, you know. It's already a track where you're struggling to keep the car in a straight line in qualifying, and to be fair, it's the fact he's managed to pull 2 push laps out of a tyre when, as the track will slowly, gets on the grass, as the track slowly but surely gets better throughout the session, which is what we believe will happen. You know, times will fall.
You're really fighting that car. Really fighting that car. If you look on his onboard, he is struggling out there in the wet.
Yeah, I think he's on an in-lap at this point, but he could be just trying to go again as well.
I think he is recharging his battery to go again.
Yeah, it's not actually the worst idea in these conditions to do multiple runs on a tyre. And it all depends what people are thinking about if it's going to be wet in the race as well. Because if it's wet in the race, you've got 4 sets of inters for the entire session here. So if you've not left yourself at least 2 fresh sets, you're going to be in a lot of trouble in the race.
Really clean and tidy for LOI, for not Jack in the first few corners.
Yeah, and it's a
half-second improvement in the first sector alone. He is out there. He slipped quite a bit there, doesn't he?
Yeah, the traction on that exit is difficult enough in the dry, and it's just even more immense in the wet.
He is really
yeah, even still using that grass on the inside, despite the wet conditions here, flinging the car left and right through the middle sector.
Feeling really brave.
Yeah, but this is just going to pile down in the times.
Is the track getting drier though? It does seem like it looks like it's getting drier.
It's raining? No,
it is not raining, but it does look a bit drier. It does look faster, the track. As we're gonna have as Vinny's only 1:10 up, as he already goes. He won with a 25.9. Not Jack is gonna absolutely destroy that time with a 24.4.
Times always falling in these changeable conditions. Next across the line, Nocti finds another place. MH is on a 1.3 second improvement as he finished the middle sector. He's going to cross the line. It's P2 for now, but that gap at the top is going to be a question mark.
That's a really large gap.
Yeah, Vinny only able to go fourth. What's John's boy able to do? He's able to slot himself in second, but that gap is still not
2500,
closing.
holy moly. And that's not
Yeah.
even the last run.
Yeah, and it also depends, because the rain stopped. The
Yeah,
rain
it
has
has.
stopped, but we've seen this every time there's been rain. The track doesn't dry up for a good while.
Exactly. Singapore last Thursday is a really good example in the URC. It was absolutely abysmal going onto the dry tires immediately.
Yeah, and I can tell you this as well, Fran. I ran went to dry race around here just a couple days ago as practice with one of the drivers on the grid.
Why is Yari going? Why is Yari still on? Oh, is he on his lap now? Okay.
Yeah, it's not.
No, he's still on. He's on inters. I mean, I don't think it's he's used 60% of his battery. To be fair, it's a really long straight. I don't know if that's smart to do though.
It is. Trust me,
Fran.
I
haven't driven Mexico in a really long time.
Yeah, you pretty much use all your battery in sector 1.
Because he's 4/10 up in the first sector.
2, and then it's an absolute send of whatever's left in sector 3. But sector 1 is where the main
get
2
close
straights.
to not Jack's time. He looks really on it today.
Yeah, just keeping an eye out on the tyres as well. Waiting to see who's going to be the first to jump out there on a dry. It's definitely not going to be ready yet.
Any predictions of who's going to brave it out?
I think
the first person of the dries.
I feel
like Andy will be the first to come out. I don't know. I just have a feeling he's feeling brave as second purple sector 2 for Yari. Apparently, could be false as the game doesn't really.
It's Agent Sinulol who's the first one out on dries. I can tell you that.
As Yari is going to cross the line, he does a 25-1 up into P2. He's got to really rush back into the pits now with 5 minutes remaining. He should have plenty of time to come around into the pits and go onto the dries. As I think now everyone is going to go onto the dries, even if it's a bit slimy.
Quiet Boy now on an outlap on dries. Agent Sinulol in the Aston on an outlap on the slicks, and I can tell you it does not look good on board with our Aston as it stands. Not quite ready as Fozzies jumps up to 5th in the Alpine, but that will have been an interslap from him. And honestly, I think it'll be tight at the end of the session to whether it is dries or inters. But
I think that's why a lot of people are still in the pits. They are waiting for the track to get better.
Yeah, but there could be some people coming out there. Billy Wiz has come out. He's got a chunk of fuel in the car. Quiet Boy again with a chunk of fuel in the car. This might be smart from these guys. This DRS is enabled, so watch the times start to fall. We've got Agent in the Aston Martin drifting his way out the final corner, starting his lap. The first one to brave it out on the dries and the first one to open DRS in this session down the main straight. It's flat out, use all your battery into turn 1, maximize everything on the entry, even using that curb, flick it in, don't use the sausage on the inside of 1, and then just take everything you can through 2 and 3 before you're flat out down the back straight to turn 4. And this will be where it gets tricky now. If the conditions still aren't perfect, then struggles will be had, but it's definitely dries now. The first one in the 29s is that Aston Martin flinging it through the double right-hander and now into the harder sector 2, the S section, where those rears just want to give up on you. And he's going to have to really hold it together to go on board, but not even quite staying flat out. Some confidence lifts being taken to just make sure that car sticks together while the track still isn't at its best. But he's 4.6 seconds up. Surely he'll be able to make his way to the top as John's boy disconnects from the session. Through the hairpin in the stadium he goes, and it'll just be a quick flick through the final corner before you run it all the way to the line. The traction still horrid out there. It's a 23.6. It puts him to the top for now. But there is a very angry Williams behind him who's actually invalidated his lap. Very unfortunately. Billy Whiz couldn't even find time in Sector 1. That's how tricky the conditions are out there for all these drivers trying the slick tyre. And it's why a lot of people are going to be carrying a couple laps of fuel. Billy Whiz has backed out of his lap entirely. As everyone now is going to be wondering...
You will never see that again, Sinyo, on provisional pole. That's what I'm going to say.
Sinyo, provisional pole, put it in the history books. I mean,
someone take a screenshot.
Away.
Someone get the camera. Mom, get the camera. If you know, you know.
Camera. A Joker is 3.5 seconds off. This is the end of Sinyol's pole.
The end of Sinyo's reign here as Joker.
There's still one corner he can invalidate at. He could still invalidate and keep the streak alive for a bit longer, but it's a 21-3.
He actually didn't take the inside line at the end there. Could have costed him a bit of time.
It's all relative at the end of the day, as no one seems to be on a competitive effort right now. Well, people. My
eyes are on Not Jack. Will he demolish the times like he did in the wet?
Yeah, FaZe Monkey
really
was on a lap.
Alpine.
Unfortunately, invalidated. Andy was on a lap, invalidated. I think the first one to actually be on a competitive lap here is Nocti. Johnsy Boy does get back into the session. Unfortunately,
is so stuck.
Yeah, Johnsy Boy gets back. It's not going to be enough time to get a dry run on. So, could be the end of his session.
That is such a shame for Johnsy Boy.
Yeah, and Andy's pulled into the pits as well. So that's their sessions over. It'll definitely be P16 and 17 for them. Nocti is going to cross the line.
Bluefoot 4.4 seconds up. So yeah, right now he would be on a 22. And Billy Whiz, Jesus, what a lap. The track is definitely better now.
Yeah, but the issue is now for Blue, he doesn't have the battery for when the track will be at its best. For when all the time will be there.
Yeah, he went too early.
Keep pushing.
He's went too early. As I don't know if you're Not Jack. He's 1.5 up with a purple sector in Sector 1.
Yeah, it's going to be a very good lap from Not Jack here. This is the one we expect to see on pole come the end of the session, especially with the pace he showed in the wet. But again, there are drivers who are going to be starting laps just that little bit later. The last one across the line is App Cairo. He is going to have the absolute best of the best track conditions to really lay down the gauntlet here, but it's also all about not invalidating your lap. There's a Mercedes in front of Not Jack.
It's Not Jack, oh my god! What is the Mercedes doing?
There's a Mercedes in his way. Yari on provisional pole. Is Not Jack going to have been impeded a bit too much? Not at all. It's a 19.6 for Not Jack. Blue
questions on that Mercedes still. Was the Mercedes an AI though? Because I think Scooby was on a lap. He just finished. He just took the checkered flag. As FaZe Monkey goes up into P2. Is there anyone on a lap right now?
Quiet Boy and Griffin.
Griffin is 4.4 seconds up. I don't think it's going to be enough for to challenge pole. He might get on the second or third row.
Yeah, the two drivers still on a good effort that aren't invalid are Griffin
Quiet Boy
Quiet Boy.
As Griffin is going to cross the line. It's going to be a decent lap, isn't it? It's going to be a 24. P4 for Griffin. As Quiet Boy really gets close to Not Jack. Really, really close. Is App Cairo still? Oh, he's invalidated. It's P14 for App Cairo. That's a really big shame.
Yeah, that's the challenge of a wet to dry qualifying session, and the times just dropping always. If you make one mistake and invalidate, that is your session over. Apparently, that was a grid penalty in qualifying. We'll see that just shortly if that happened. According to chat, Not Jack is a peanut merchant. I would love to know what inside joke that is.
We've got Yari on the radio saying who is this fucker Jack, which is Definitely not that rude, is it?
Okay, so we will just be going straight in, it seems. And it is dry. That is the important thing. Who has lost out to grid penalties? That's what I'm looking for. And it might have been Vinny down in 16th. No, that's not right. Who was the one that got a grid penalty? I'm actually very unsure right now. Everyone kind of looks in the right place. But here is the question now.
I don't think anyone got a grid penalty. I think it was Jonesy Boy in the Discord wanting someone to get a grid penalty.
Ah, yes. That is right. You were right. I thought we saw someone actually get a grid penalty, but that's brilliant.
It was a really, really good start for McLaren for this season.
Yeah, ST, thanks for coming along. I know you have to go. Enjoy the rest of your night, man. It'll
Yeah,
just be
guys.
back to me and Fran as the
I
race
forgot
is
ST
going
was
to
here.
go underway. It is 5 lights, not Jack on pole. Quiet Boy alongside him, and it is lights out. And away we go. And it's a good start for Quiet Boy. It's a terrible start
Really
for Not
good
Jack,
start for Quiet Boy.
who was instantly dropped back. But he's going to have to tow all the way down towards turn 1. Can Not Jack make anything happen? We've got 4-5 wide in the background into turn 1. Quiet Boy in the lead. It's P2 for Face Monkey, and we've got a car around. It's Yari Spams L2 backwards. There's wing damage just ahead. The Haas of MH getting wing damage already. Both Hasses with wing damage.
Jonesy Boy, really bad start for Jonesy Boy. He is lost. It's a Williams 1-2. LOI Not Jack, a really terrible start off the line.
Yeah, and contact between Billy Wiz. It's 3 wide into the double right. The V-Carb Nocti trying to make a dive up the inside, costing Vinny some positions. Griffin managing to slot into P8 as it stands. MH and Jones Boy out back. Nocti is off. Nocti is in the wall. And that is a virtual safety car as it stands. Nocti stacks it into the barrier on lap 1, sector 2. But absolute horrors on lap 1. Yari backwards. Both Hasses getting wing damage, a 10-second penalty.
Tyro gets a 10-second penalty.
Yeah, 10
What
seconds for
happened to
Tyro.
Nocti?
Scooby-Doo gets one under the safety car. That is apparently how you do it. But, Fran, dream start for Williams. It's a 1-2 for Quiet Boy and FaZe Monkey.
I'm looking now, and I just realized Not Jack is on hards. That he is the only driver on hards. That's probably why he was really slow up the line.
Yeah, struggles on the hards, but there's a long way to go in this race. It can be a 1-stop, it can be a 2-stop. It's up to the drivers. But when is this VSC going to go green? I got disconnect and reconnect in front of the wall for Nocti, I believe. For Yari, I think, actually.
I'm really surprised it's only a virtual safety car. Normally, lap 1 incidents, a safety car always comes up. As Jonesy Boy got disconnected again, this is terrible for him. As Griffin gets a virtual fucking what am I saying? Gets a drive-through penalty under the virtual safety car.
Yeah, and actually, best restart on the grid. Poor Bluefoot on that BSC immediately jumped past Joker and down the back straight. Fozzies and Vinny wheel to wheel through the right hander. There's contact, and Vinny is sent spinning by the Alpine down the field for Vinny. That is very unfortunate for the Belgian Waffle.
As both Hasses are fighting each other, as MH drops 2 places, and MH just goes into the wall there. I don't know what he's doing. He's really struggling there.
Yeah, both Hasses had wing damage.
Yeah, Griffin is going to serve his drive-through penalty. Feel sorry for him. He had such a really good qualifying. Was it a lack of?
I think MH isn't going into the wall, Fran. I think MH is having some connection difficulties at the moment.
Could be as
Bluefoot
well as
around the
Blue, isn't it?
outside of Billy.
Bluefoot.
Can he
This is
hold
really
it?
good racing between these two drivers.
Yeah, switch back for Bluefoot. Can he get himself alongside enough to go around the outside? Smartly backs out, doesn't want to lose the time to the 3 in front of him. Good on
Doesn't want to
Bluefoot.
risk a spot in the wall as well. Going
Yeah.
side by side there, so really a good idea.
Yeah, we saw what happened in real life the last time. Someone went wheel to wheel through there. Quiet Boy's a little bit wide on through the
gets
right-hander
another
into the
3-second
stadium section. Is not Jack going to be able to capitalise? There is a massive gap going onto the main straight between FaZe
He's
Monkey.
used none of his battery.
And
He
Quiet
has so much battery compared to Quiet Boy.
Yeah, Quiet Boy.
Quiet
though,
Boy seems like he's got the straight line speed though, doesn't he? Compared to Not Jack.
I think Quiet Boy's trying to play the game with his teammate at the moment. Just be safe. Billy Wiz is going to be under pressure a little bit from Bluefoot, who can't quite make a move into turn 1.
Bluefoot
but,
is flying at the moment.
yeah, does Bluefoot have the traction on the exit to get past Billy Wiz? It's not the best exit for him, but there's always the chance.
Joker's going to go going up the inside of the Red Bull. It's Mercedes against Red Bull again. Oh, there's contact between Joker and Bluefoot.
Nothing too serious. Sinyo getting overtaken by Vinny. It was a great start to the session for him, but he's got front left wing damage, and that hurts you in this part of the track, really, and that dirty air is not going to be helping either. MH is the biggest lag bubble on the circuit right now, and I don't think he'll be getting past anyone anytime soon. The car occasionally looking like they're driving an AI is FaZe Monkey and Quiet Boy going wheel to wheel up in front. Is Not Jack going to be able to say anything? No. Billy Wiz, though, trying to go on Not Jack.
They are not helping each other whatsoever. There's a huge train of cars here from P1 to P6. They are not helping each other at the moment, as there is a McLaren going slowly. That is Griffin, who went off track for a bit.
Not Jack gets past
As
Quiet Boy.
Not Jack
Does he
gets
have
past,
the
can he
battery?
get past for FaZe Monkey?
He might
Send
just
it.
do. Into
Send
turn
it.
1. He goes to the outside.
Really good
And
defense
can't.
from FaZe Monkey here.
Yeah,
This
Joker.
is all really close to FaZe Monkey.
Yeah, down the inside of turn 1 goes Vinny on Yari. And Scooby Doo is going to have a go at that as well. Remember,
Okay,
we're keeping the
Not
tally.
Not Jack really late on the brakes. Gets the move done on FaZe Monkey.
Oh,
He's been
contact.
spun round. He's been spun round.
Yeah,
That
Not
is
Jack.
that is a mistake from FaZe Monkey that you don't really see often, do you?
I don't think that was FaZe Monkey, friend. I think Not
Really?
Jack there. I think FaZe was still trying to fight that back, and Not Jack's just turned in like FaZe isn't there. Yellow
Could be,
flag a
could
little
be.
bit further back.
I
actually.
was only on board with Not Jack. I couldn't see it like really well. As
Yeah, I think
Blue
Joker's
in a
had
really
an
good
oopsie.
position. Billy Wiz, I'm really surprised to see him up here.
Oh, here comes Not Jack on blue, up the inside of the hairpin,
And then
and
he
that
is
is a
driving angry
beautiful
now.
move.
Really nice move. This is
Yeah.
what we need to see from championship contenders. When you do a mistake or something happens, this is how you fight back.
Yeah, on board
As,
with Billy Wiz.
even though he should be in P1 right now, he is on a really good spot on the hards here, as they will come really well, really good, better than the mediums in maybe 2 laps time.
Yeah, hards can last around 13 laps around here, not really much more. It's only if you're saving them, but these 5 up in front, not really doing any management at the moment, just trying to
Joker
cement their
really
position.
struggling to keep up with them.
I think Joker made a mistake last lap on the way
Oh,
into
and he's
the
done
corner
another
sector
mistake.
too.
He spun round, locked up the rears. He is really struggling. Really, really struggling. The gap was 1.9 before he spun. Now it's 5 seconds to Bluefoot. That is a breather for the Red Bull driver, as he's stuck in the train of cars right now. LOI Not Jack. He drives like, he reminds me of Verstappen the way he drives. He's just slinging the steering wheel through the S's.
Not Jack also probably with the best run in the stadium section that stands. A lot of rear
They
locking
are-
on that car.
They are getting really close to each other, these cars.
Yeah,
That's
Fozzie's
blue.
disconnects. Unfortunately, try and get him back in as quickly as possible. If I can. Beautiful. Invite has gone. but can not Jack make a move? Joker's boxed
As
already.
Joker has
The
boxed.
tyres are gone.
Yeah, he was
It's
really
Quiet Boy.
struggling on those tires.
Quiet Boy into turn 1. Goes through on FaZe Monkey, and Billy Whiz
This
now
is-
is
this
going
is
to try and
Billy
hang it
Whiz.
around the outside. Back up the inside. Can he get the traction down? On board with Billy. They're wheel to wheel. They are 3 wide.
3 wide. 3 wide into...
To turn 4. Can not Jack get it done? He
Gonna
does.
make it work. What an overtake by Not Jack.
Not
And
Jack
look at
has
Bluefoot going
some
around the outside
grip.
of Billy Whiz. Bluefoot on the outside of Billy Whiz, still wheel to wheel. Bluefoot has to give that one up. This is absolute cinema racing here in round 1.
Yeah, Not Jack just has all the grip and more on those hards as a McLaren round. Again, I believe that is Griffin.
Not Jack is really close to Quiet Boy. Quiet Boy struggling. Those hards are looking mega for Not Jack. The pace. How are they going to go side by side now? Oh, Jack
it's
was really
deep.
wide. Really,
I don't
really
know if
wide.
Quiet Boy's playing this right, though, by going back into the lead already. He could have used that DRS as that grip
there
for
is
Not
not
Jack.
much he could have done there, in my opinion. Because Not Jack was off the track fully.
Yeah, but here goes Not Jack. It's going to be the easiest move of the day for Not Jack. DRS, bit of slipstream, bit of battery.
I don't have fuzzy. Oh, he's going to
I invited him, don't
Nice, cheers.
Into turn 1, FaZe Monkey's going to have a look on his teammate, not able to make anything happen. Vinny pulls into the pits already. This is definitely a two-stop.
Jonesy boy is a really good comeback drive so far, up into P6 after disconnecting. Was down to P16 at one point, if I'm not mistaken. As his teammate pits onto the hard tires, drops down to P13. Joker's really fell off in the pace. He's only 3 seconds ahead of Vinny.
Yeah, Joker it's definitely gained to Vinny, but it's whether he's gained to these guys up in front and Not Jack. Might just be about to run away
Long
with
way
this,
to go.
honestly.
Really long way to go. As Jack, now that's what he needs to do, Jack. Now, in my opinion, since he's the only driver that's going long. Once the people pit, they're gonna be really quick on them hards. He played a risky game.
Yeah, the hards. It's always my preferred way to go, though. I think. Start on the harder tyre. Send it as long as you can.
The Williams drivers are not gonna help each other by fighting.
Yeah, they need to start DRS sharing.
They
with the Williams camp.
need to start working together. Quiet Boy is really quick on that straight. Really quick on that straight. He was gained. Look how much they gained on the straight. Jack is really using a high downforce setup here compared to the Williams drivers.
Yeah, this could be helping Jack, though, especially now he's got clean air. That
Bluefoot
middle
has
sector
dropped
is
off a
where
bit as
Williams
well.
is struggling.
But Billy Whiz is going to try to go round the outside. This is a really good attempt at an overtake. Gets the inside line, gets too tight there. Can't really make it stick, but now he has got a really good chance on the inside in this corner. Does he make it stick? He doesn't make it stick. Okay. Quiet Boy is back into P3. That was a really good attempt from Billy Whiz, who is playing his cards really right. He's being smart with his approach.
Oh, FaZe Monkey's round!
He's really
just
close
kept
to
in a
it.
straight line.
He was really close to his teammate there. I thought he wasn't going to go in time. Jesus Christ. As Bluefoot now is back into podium contention for this race. Dropped off a bit. FaZe Monkey, I just know he's disappointed, but I know that the mediums are struggling right now.
Yeah, you've got to make them last, though, if you want to win.
Bluefoot
stuff.
is going to box, and so does FaZe Monkey. He has to box after that spin, doesn't he? As Jonesy Boy pits for hards ahead of his teammate Vinny, who's having a really quiet race at the moment. But 26 laps remaining, anything can happen for each driver. As Sinyo is in P7, but now he's boxed and he's got a 10-second penalty. Donut. What a donut.
Yeah, we didn't note this, but it was inevitable. Billy Whiz has got past Quiet Boy, but Quiet Boy also just gained absolute tons on Billy, even without the DRS, so the straight line speed definitely
The straight line
right
speed is really. I mean, a late safety car could change the outcome of this race. Even though Jack looks unstoppable right now, once you've got the straight line speed, same amount of tire, it's really hard to pull away from someone because they're just gaining all the time back in the straight. When you have a track like this with the long straights, it's really hard. Jack 5.3 gap though, which is what he needs as his rivals start to boxing Bluefoot now on the hards as well. He's going to be looking to get past MH really quickly.
In comes Quiet Boy, unsurprisingly.
Oh my god, that was fucking MH is ghosted. My heart dropped. I'm seeing Bluefoot send it on MH like I thought he was gonna smash into his rear wing.
Yeah, MH has got a bit of a desync issue right now, I think, to the rest of the lobby.
Both Ferraris are really close to each other. As Vinny sets the fastest lap. He is cooking on those hards, isn't he? Gets ahead of Quiet Boy.
Oh, MH is out. I think he might have just retired.
What has happened to MH?
I think MH has just retired, realizing his desync. I think.
I was really glitched on my screen as Griffin's race keeps getting worse. P16, 16 seconds behind Andy.
Yeah, Andy
really needs a miracle at the moment.
Oh, contact between Andy and Apcairo towards turn 1. Apcairo coming over on the straight into turn 1.
Apcairo still, those mediums are really tight there.
Yeah, lots of contact.
Really hard.
Yeah,
this is for T, ladies and gents.
Yeah, Andy now missing half a front wing on a set of hards. It's not really ideal around this track, and I have to say, Apcairo may be trying to fight that position a little bit too hard and giving wing damage to Andy. But Billy Wiz is in the pits, Gary is in the pits, the Joker is going to come out, and we're going to have Not Jack seeing that definitive gap.
Not Jack needs to push now. This is where Not Jack needs to push. These are critical laps for him.
Remember this, friend. Joker boxed from about 5 seconds behind Bluefoot. And now FaZe Monkey gets past. But that undercut is working a treat.
Here is really working up into P2. FaZe Monkey on the mediums. Again. He's going medium hard.
2-stop for FaZe Monkey. So he really needs to put in the work.
I feel like it's going to be a 2-stop for everyone. I feel like it's going to be a 2-stop for everyone. Because those mediums were struggling after 6 laps. I'm not sure how long... Yeah, we need to see how long Jack really wants to go. If he can nail the 1-stop, but I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, Jack's car seems to be incredibly stable right now. He just doesn't seem to be having an issue. You've got to remember...
For someone who's been on the same tyre for 12 laps so far, he does really look good. 9/10 behind the fastest time, that is not bad.
Just remember this as well, friend, though. Not Jack may be on 12-lap-old hards, but they are about equivalent to a 6-lap-old medium. The hards are 2 steps harder here than the medium, so the fact that he didn't even drop that much on the start with those hards is a great feat, and the first driver to be lapped in the official season, Andy in the Red Bull.
As Bluefoot, will he send it into turn 1? The Red Bull driver really depleting the battery, but FaZe Monkey's straight line speed is elite compared to Bluefoot's. Bluefoot with DRS and ERS couldn't even get nowhere near FaZe Monkey. As Joker really needs to start pushing now. I mean, if they really want a chance at beating Jack today, they have really got to play it smart and get on the pace as Bluefoot gets past FaZe Monkey. I don't think mediums were the smart decision to go on to. In my opinion, I would have went on to the hards. Like you said, they're twice as harder here. So, as FaZe Monkey up into P5, this is a really good recovery drive so far from him. Could we see him get onto the podium? After a really good pre-season, he had a shocking start, a really unfortunate qualifying for him. Doing really well in the race though. Really good racecraft so far.
Yeah, you got to remember, Joker can't push too hard on his hards. If we take a look here, I believe he's been on his hards for 6 laps compared to Bluefoot's 3. So he needs to.
Yeah, he had to box early. Yeah, he had to box early. He was really struggling on those mediums.
The 1-stop is completely just.
And look at the difference between FaZe Monkey and Bluefoot's straight line speed. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that also is going to be...
that is probably going to be Mercedes in 2026 against the other teams.
Yeah, you have to remember as well that faster straight line speed for FaZe Monkey is not just going to be helping on the straights, it's going to be keeping his battery in a lot better check than everyone else's. Slightly longer on the brakes, less time on the straight.
Yeah, he doesn't need to use a lot of it as well compared to the others to keep with it. But then look at the difference in the corners. Look at that sector too. Bluefoot will be flying. Bluefoot will be up on his rear wing after the S's for sure.
Yeah, Blue will just have that much more grip. Remember, FaZe Monkey.
Yeah, the dirty. You can just see though. You can see on this game having high downforce really doesn't matter when you're behind another car really close. Because the dirty air, the amount of understeer.
The difference has to be, I think, about 20 wing for it to really make a difference for him.
Jack is still going.
Yeah, he'll be going to about 24 for a one-stop here.
How are his tires looking in your opinion? You are the tire working in my opinion. So let's get a judgment on the tires in your opinion.
Yeah, probably no more than 40% to be fair. Maybe 45% at most. You know, it's definitely he's taking it to a one-stop. I don't think there's any question of that at this point. Not Jack. We'll just have that tyre all the way in this race now. And that'll be helping him for the rest of the session. Especially once he switches to those mediums. They'll be about a second a lap faster initially. They will drop. But at the end you'll see them... You'll see the hard become better probably if not Jack pits on 24. About lap 34 the hards will go better again.
Fair enough. Bluefoot really gaining. This is where Bluefoot needs to gain to get some coverage over FaZe Monkey's straight line speed. He's gained almost 9 tenths. It is 9 tenths. Can he get him out of DRS? Not that it really matters because he will still gain like crazy.
Yeah,
FaZe Monkey doesn't have the same pace as the hards. Like I said, I feel like it was a mistake going on his second stint on mediums. He's really gonna drop a lot after he pits.
Yeah, on Joker as well. Bluefoot's he actually doesn't really have the straight line speed against Joker.
Really needs to harvest some battery there. Even Joker's really not good on battery. He's definitely pushing to get that gap down to Jack.
Oh, John's boy wing damage, I think, just there. On the outside of FaZe Monkey. Tried to send it around the outside, couldn't get it done.
He's got a missing end. He has a missing end plate, Jonesy boy.
Yeah, but here goes Quiet Boy on FaZe Monkey. That is an easy move and probably the right thing to do.
FaZe Monkey is sinking like the Titanic right now.
I think the Titanic is putting it lightly as well, Fran. Those tyres are gone, and it's not gone the right way.
Terrible. He's messed up his strategy here.
Yeah, just
he was on for a podium for sure if he got the strategy right.
Yeah, quick checking on Not Jack. He's still not pitted. Thank you, Not Jack. We'll go back to Bluefoot now.
Who's get his 700th penalty of the race today, as he's still in the points, but with these penalties,
got 24 seconds.
I doubt he will go. And he's got 27. He's nearly disqualified.
Oh, I actually did an experiment on Monaco earlier. You can get over a minute of penalties. It does depend. There is a yellow flag in the middle sector. I think that's
probably gonna be hyper after Thursday, probably.
Yeah, trust me. I saw hyper doing that. Chicane.
Quiet Boy is really close. Quiet Boy to Jonesy Boy. He's gonna get him on the straight. Jonesy Boy will have less downforce now, so a bit quicker on the straights to the end play, but that's not really gonna help a really late move from Quiet Boy as he round the outside. Jonesy Boy defends it really well for a man with no front wing. Jonesy Boy gets it done and needed to get it done. He's got the freshest hards out of everyone ahead of him.
Good on Quiet Boy getting that move done. John's boy though hanging on very well indeed to even seem to still be with Quiet Boy, but that end plate damage for Jonesy Boy is going to be really hurting his race pace to the end. I think P8 is probably the best he'll get at this point with how much he'll struggle with that damage. I think the question now is, when does Bluefoot finally clear Joker? They're both still closing in on Notjack, and pretty rapidly at this rate. But when does
he's got that 3 seconds. He is not safe for a podium right now. As a FaZe Monkey is going to drop down really, really low after he pits. This is what I said when I saw him go into mediums. But the question is, Notjack is on 17 lap hards. Let's say he pits lap 20. He's got to do 16 laps on mediums.
Yeah, he's going to be taking that medium. He's going to be taking that hard to its death, Grant.
Will he struggle at the end of the race?
Might be Scooby Doo retiring
the tires in the pits.
Okay. Crisis averted for Jack, at least. No safety car that would literally throw his race away.
If a safety car, I mean, not will it actually though, because he knows he's capable of being fast, like faster than ever. He's probably the fastest driver on the grid right now, probably the favorite for the championship.
I think the only thing is
he pits, he is in.
He's two-stopping.
18 lap on 18. Surely he's two-stopping. He can't do till the end with mediums. But he has really left it late, didn't he?
Yeah, he really has left it quite late to do anything in this race. And honestly, it's 2 9-lap stints on a medium now to the end for him. That is all he has.
He has to drive like a champion now. He needs to clear everyone really quickly. As there's a Ferrari down his inside. That's
this is not ideal for Notjack. He needs to pull. He needs to get 20 seconds of advantage. And bear in mind now, this leaves everyone ahead of him open to do the 2-stop now, if they so wish, to still be able to have a chance of beating him in this race. If they come in 3 or 4 laps from now, fit a set of hards, and go to the end,
he's going to be rapid for the first 4 laps. By lap 21, he has to be at least P2.
By lap 21, he needs to lead.
He needs to be P1. He's probably going to be... He needs to be the fastest driver on the grid. I mean, we need to see fastest lap after fastest lap. He's already showing you with a purple sector in sector 2. And this is just his outlap on these tires, so still getting them up to temperature as he's really close to Quiet Boy now. I mean, the difference in grip, you can just see. It doesn't matter in the straight line speed. He's got 100% battery. Look at the exit in the last corner compared to Quiet Boy.
Yeah,
it's still going to be difficult.
Surprisingly, hasn't helped Quiet Boy with DRS. Notjack had a full battery though, so into turn 1, move complete. And now
the Quiet Boy will be fighting that one. As now, Bluefoot and Joker still scrapping less than 3/10. He surely has him now. Surely he's got to make a move now.
Yeah,
Joker only on 3%. As the Red Bull goes down the inside, Mercedes against Red Bull 2021-esque. Bluefoot leads the Mexican Grand Prix. Bluefoot clearly struggling here, as Sham would say, but not this time. He gets the move done.
Yeah, time for Jack though to see what spanner he can throw in the works. If anything, he's already trying to take a look in the middle sector. That is how much slower Joker's now 13 or 14 lap old hards are compared to that fresh medium tyre. And through this final sector, you're really going to feel it.
He needs to be careful as well. He can't risk wing damage. Just stay behind. You're clearly faster than everyone. Even if you get held up a bit, you just stay patient because the cars are so much slower than him. If he gets wing damage, this all goes to shit for him. Sorry for the swear, but it does.
Yeah, Joker's got DRS now, but does he have more straight line speed than that?
Jack's
not going to matter.
I mean, Jack is going to send it 100%, but is he going to go for a double overtake? The Alpine, are they going to make it 3 wide? No, he doesn't want to risk it. Oh, he cleared really late on the brakes.
Yeah, the switch back now though for Notjack. Surely,
that is
done.
Mega grip. He's going to get the Red Bull as well here. He can send it around the outside.
Yeah,
and that is what he's going to do. Bluefoot goes down to P3. This is brilliant as there's a bit of contact between him and Joker. I don't think any damage for either car. But that is what Jack needed. Like I said, lap 21, he has to be leading. And it's lap 21, and he's already a second ahead of Joker, who's in P2.
Yeah, but now Jack needs to really finish the stint with about 9 seconds of gap. He'll be going to,
Both
if I
McLarens
remember
changing
correctly,
the positions.
27.
It's been a really lonely race for Yari. I actually feel bad for him at this point.
I mean,
As,
hey,
I'm
he's
surprised.
there.
I'm surprised FaZe Monkey's still on those mediums. He's done 11 laps on the medium, so fair play to him. Not really that far off the train ahead as well.
Yeah, but surely it'll be the end of
Surely
this lap.
he will be in this lap. As,
Not Jack's lap there. Isn't really
look
that
at how
long.
look at how much Joker has gained. 1.9 before the straight. Without DRS, he is now 1.3 behind Jack. So he can gain up to 7/10 in the straight alone without DRS.
Yeah, that's what's going to be
with
hurting
15
Jack.
with 15 lap old hards.
Yeah, Jack is really going to be hurt by his straight line speed. He's going to be saved by the fact in the middle sector he'll just have that much more
needs
pace.
to start obeying the blue flags here, because disrupting a lot of cars in the way. I mean, he's a young driver. Of course, everyone's new to the league, but he will adapt. It's not been the best race for Cairo. Hasn't been for Andy as well. I was expecting a lot from Andy heading into this race. Really unfortunate for him to be P14 right now. So Cairo, as we were speaking about, has another 3-second penalty.
Yeah, I mean, still at Cairo doesn't have the most penalties of anyone this race. That still goes to Scooby-Doo, who had 27 seconds of penalties before
he will be
retired.
remembered. That is right now the record for most penalties in an Apex race. As Joker is in, he's going to go onto the mediums surely.
I mean, it's tight if he is, but that does release Quiet Boy now onto the back of Blue, and Blue is going to feel the pressure because Quiet Boy's straight line speed
Quiet Boy's
is
got a
immense.
rocket ship right now. He's going to send it down the inside to Williams and go side by side into turn one. Bluefoot tried to hang on, just didn't have that amount of grip. Even, I mean, they're almost on the same tire level. 1 lap old fresher tires for Quiet Boy. I mean, that does make a difference sometimes.
And he's out of turn one. It's a full safety car.
It's a safety car. Oh my lord. This is not what Jack needed. This is not what Jack needed. This is gonna ruin Jack.
I don't think it will ruin Jack. I think unless he really hurt those soft tires, those hards earlier in the race.
I'm not sure, because he still has to continue in the box.
It's gonna hurt Joker.
The lot behind him are gonna all box 100%.
Not Jack has to hit. He has to. He has to come in.
Yeah, but he has to do a long stint on mediums.
Unless he could have brought double hard.
If he has double hard, fair play. He is in. Okay. Sinio is on is on fresh hards. That's gonna help him. Maybe get some points in this race. It is gonna be mediums. It's gonna be mediums. Okay, so he's gonna take those mediums. To be fair, let's say it's doable. It's definitely doable. Because probably the safety car will be in lap 26. So that's 10 laps on those mediums.
It's all a question. Billy Whiz could be in the best position here.
Yes,
he has a hard.
He could.
And is he going to get out ahead of Joker? No, not quite. I don't think.
I mean, I think Joker is realistically in the best position right now, as Bluefoot as well. To be fair, I'm betting on Quiet Boy because of that straight line speed. FaZe Monkey gets a lifeline. He has not got any penalties in this race so far, and he's on fresh hards. Yeah, Jonesy Boy, same with Yari and Griffin. All of them get a line. This is what I said, because this is what I said when I was speaking about having a lonely race. Anything can happen in racing. A late safety car here in Mexico.
I think this is the thing, though. Anyone on a fresh hard. We saw not Jack in the first stint. Yeah, he has more pace, but those hards can be absolutely sent to the end of the race. Like, incredibly major amounts of pushing can go on to the end of the race between anyone on a hard. The only one who might be a little bit more marginal is Fozzie's, who's on 7-lap-old hards. But he's a little bit too far back, really, I think, to have any possibility of taking a good position home here. But the likes of Joker, Billy, Vinny, FaZe and Johnsy Boy, I think it's between those 5 for the win. I think Not Jack, Quiet Boy and Blue won't be able to quite pull that gap that they need. They'll probably need 5 to 6 seconds of gap to stand a chance in the first 4 laps after the safety car comes in. They'll be helped by the hard tyre warm-up, but you can see those on the hards are able to warm them up. But those who aren't on hards really need to protect their tyres at all costs. We saw in the first stint how the mediums fell away. We even saw from FaZe Monkey, who took a second whack at the mediums, that there's always a bit of pain you'll go through earlier enough in the stint that they're not really a great tyre. The mediums will hang on to the end of the race, but it's about how well will they. You've still got Sinulol, Griffin and Fozzie's a little bit far back, just going to catch up to the safety car, but the longer it takes for this safety car to come in, the better it'll be for Not Jack, Quiet Boy and Blue, who really need the strength in their cars towards the end of this one. So I'm trying to see where I have like 50 pings. As it stands, I don't know where.
Hopefully the Steam downtime doesn't happen at the moment, as this is about to be a really good ending towards the first round of Apex Racing League.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a saviour for Not Jack right now, and Quiet Boy and Blue. It's one more under safety car, and I think that'll be as long as it takes for Sinulol to catch up to the back of the train. Fozzie's and Griffin should quite easily catch at this point, but Sinyo's still actually with wing damage on the car. I'm surprised that's not been repaired.
Sinyo is the only driver to still be on wing damage under a safety car, so what a goat, honestly.
This is a URC early season Yari strat, where he just doesn't know what to do. He keeps the wing damage on the car, just because, you know, it's probably a faster pit stop. But he's not boxed under the safety car either. I think that's kind of the only tyre he has left to go to the end, maybe, for Sinyo.
I think Sinyo's just going to pray 2 people crash or a couple of cars crash and he can get into the points. He's really close at the moment.
I mean, anything can happen on a safety car restart. And everyone will have to be careful as well. 10-second time penalties are so easily obtained at the end of a safety car period, just because that's the nature of everyone backing up and there maybe being a little bit of contact right at the end of it. But Fran, I think so far it has been just a spectacular race at the front. We've
seen some really good racing at the front. I mean, at the back there's always going to be crashes at the back. Of course, we welcome a lot of drivers who want casual racing or just want to learn. We always welcome them, even though if they even cause incidents. It's part of racing in real life. We've seen some terrible races as well. So, I feel like I seen Not Jack go off the track there. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
you got a warning for that.
Not Jack really backing up this field. He's going about 60k an hour, and he is launching.
He is launching. He caught Quiet Boy, but that's 8/10 of a gap. But Quiet Boy is going to gain all of that in the straights.
Yeah, but 100%. He's not just caught Quiet Boy out. Joker, a second and a half off
second and a half, and Billy Wiz is on his bum here. Go on, Billy Wiz, send it. I really want to see a good send into turn 1. We haven't seen one since Jack's. Oh my days, there's contact with the back of Joker as a Quiet Boy. Why not Jack? He's going to use his battery surely now.
Plenty of
So really
battery in the
similar with
Alpine.
Really similar with battery.
Can Billy do anything on Joker? He's not going to go for anything into turn 3. It's been a very clean restart.
As the Jonesy Boy gets ahead of FaZe Monkey. FaZe Monkey nearly in the back of Jonesy Boy. These two will probably fight each other a lot this season. We're going to see them side by side a lot of times, hopefully. Really equal pace, really two good drivers. But right now, our main focus is at the front of the field, where LOI Not Jack has gained really a lot of time in those S's.
Yeah, but
Needs
can
to
he
gain.
maintain this?
Yes, he needs to keep Quiet Boy out of the DRS at least. Does Quiet Boy have the 2026 cars on the straights? Is he using active aero? That car needs to be investigated after the race. After seeing his straight line speed, and he really blows that fastest lap. 1 second gap, which Quiet Boy will clear. Look at how much he's gaining without DRS.
Yeah, but Quiet Boy has used a lot of battery already just to keep that up. 15% was the charge when I took a quick look.
Joker,
Griffin gets a penalty on a straight.
Joker is not fast on those hards right now. They will come into play maybe 2 or 3 laps more, but as of now, 2.7 gap. He's had a shocking safety car restart here.
Yeah, he tried to do a lot of warm-up under the safety car. I don't think he did as much under the second lap, though. I think that was where all the time was lost. He lost it on the second lap where he thought it might have come in. Lap 25, it stayed out one more.
10-second penalty for Fuzzies. What has happened as he is collided with the McLaren of Griffin?
Yeah, I think they've gone straight on.
Not been a fortunate race for Griffin. What is Fuzzies doing? Nearly takes Griffin out again. Steps onto the racing. At least he was aware as Fuzzies gets another 3 seconds. He is on 11 lap hards, clearly struggling. As that big gap from Jack to Quiet Boy this time. Bluefoot can't even get near. I think Bluefoot just needs to keep in Quiet Boy's DRS. Pray that gap to Joker gets upwards of he's got that 3 second gap right now. If he can keep maintaining this pace, he can put himself on a podium here.
Yeah, Joker and all those guys behind him, their tyres will come into play in a couple of laps time. But is it going to be too little too late? Blue a little bit deep into turn 4.
This is where Jack will gain. He's got a 1.1 second advantage before the S's, where he is gaining quite a lot on Quiet Boy.
But it's all down now to the tyres and how can they hold on. Billy Wiz and someone else picked up a 3 second time penalty there in the S's.
Can we speak about Sinio in the points right now? And he's got the penalty advantage to both drivers behind him as Fuzzy's boxes for new softs. Sinio is going to get points today.
That is what's going to happen sometimes.
Griffin needs to overtake him and gain 4 seconds on him in order for Sinio not to get points today, as Yari's been poor today. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really disappointed in Yari today. I was expecting him top 6 for sure, entering in the season. As the gap has, it's after the straight. That's why the gap to LOI Not Jack. But Bluefoot somehow gained a lot so far on this lap.
Yeah, Quiet Boy doesn't really have the battery in that Williams anymore. He's been using it all, trying to stick close enough. Joker's still doing a great job as well.
It is working, to be fair. It is working. LOI Not Jack right now is saving a lot of his bet. This is like me and Zandvoort right now. This is the same position I was in.
I think that's got what Joker though, Fran. Right now, he's keeping that gap pretty consistent to Blue, who is kind of just dropping away at the same rate in the middle sector to Not Jack that Joker is gaining to Blue at the moment. So
I think at this point, Quiet Boy is holding up Bluefoot instead of helping him with the DRS. Because look at that gap going down 2.4 now, 2.3 from 3 seconds. It's going down 7/10 in this lap.
Yeah, but Joker, I think, also running a bit of a higher downforce setup. But you can see Quiet Boy's straight line speed is just ridiculous. Yeah, he's
If
using all his
only-
battery. But
But he has to if he wants a chance. I mean, one mistake is all it takes. One mistake from Jack and he's leading the Mexican GP. As FaZe Monkey and Billy Wiz battling. FaZe Monkey's been stuck a bit in this train after the safety car. I thought he would have made a bit of more progress. Same with Jonesy, but he's been stuck the whole race, to be fair. As now FaZe Monkey sends it on Billy Wiz. Billy Wiz is the inside. Really good switch back from FaZe Monkey. Just can't make it stick.
yeah,
Billy Wiz has got Billy Wiz has got the tire advantage, and that showed right there. The extra grip that he had.
Yeah, this actually with
Look-
Quiet Boy
Look
holding
at
Blue
Joe.
up,
The Hards are cooking at the moment. Look at the gap from Joker to Bluefoot now. He is 1.5 behind. Quiet Boy is struggling. Bluefoot does seem to be better on those tires at the moment. Quiet Boy is struggling out of the corners. But the problem is, Bluefoot, it's going to be really hard to get by him. Because of the dirty air, plus on the straights he's gaining 4 to 5 tenths. Like, look at how much he's gaining on Not Jack.
I think something to consider
Also-
as well, Fran. Joker seems to have found that balance, as Not Jack actually dropping back under that second.
He has dropped a bit, hasn't he, on the last lap?
But he's got that. I think he didn't use much battery on the straight, honestly. Because
Yeah,
he had a full
he
battery on the second
is,
straight.
he is saving some of that battery. I mean, that's a really smart thing to do when your rival behind is 7 tenths quicker than you on the straights. During the last 3 laps, you're going to want some battery.
Yeah, my
I
thought
think
is
that's what-
Joker now as well as
As
Fozzie's
Fozzie's-
retires, and it's a full safety car,
Oh my goodness!
and everyone has softs if they want them. Everyone has
Oh,
softs.
oh my god!
I
We're
mean,
gonna
the
have-
softs die in 2 laps, but they're gonna have 2
But
laps of
We're
racing.
gonna have 2 laps of racing here. That
softs.
has completely shattered Bluefoot's hope for a podium because of the penalty.
Yeah,
It-
Joker, I think also a bit screwed over by this. Honestly, Joker was starting to
cooking on
look
those
really
cars,
good.
but it was gonna be hard to get up. To be fair,
Not Jack stays out, Quiet Boy in,
Quiet Boy's
Bluefoot
in.
stays out, Joker stays out, Vinny's in, everyone else is in.
Oh my goodness! Oh my god!
So
This is gonna
Bluefoot, Joker, and Not Jack all staying out, and everyone behind them onto a fresh, soft tyre. This is an absolute toss from Not Jack, Blue, and Joker, who are now going to be under pressure from the entire grid. Both Griffin and Sinyo also coming into the pits, by the way.
Remember, there's only going to be 1 lap of DRS. Realistically, it's going to go on lap 34, 35. We could have 1 lap of racing here.
That
I
one
think it
lap
was-
of DRS isn't going to affect one person, though.
Exactly. I think it was smart to stay out. Because
No,
Quiet Boy,
it's not. Quiet Boy's too fast
Quiet
on
Boy-
the streets.
yeah, but if it goes into lap 35, there's 1 lap.
Yeah, but even without that DRS, we've seen, Fran,
We've
how
seen
much
Quiet
he
Boy's
gains.
pace, yes, but also he's got a gain in the corners as well, and he's not beating Not Jack. I mean, the softs though. He's got every advantage on Not Jack right now. He needs the pack to bunch up quickly.
It'll definitely
It has to-
have to
it
come
is
in
gonna
at
go.
the end of next lap.
Exactly, yeah, he needs it to.
It can't stay out. It's not allowed to, I think, in the game code, to stay out beyond 2 laps from the end. So no matter
That
what
means
happens,
Griffin and Sinyo need to catch up. This is a really good opening race week, and this is what happens when you've got racing, really good tracks for racing in your calendar. I mean, Mexico is round 1. It's not really coming to be a round 1, but it has shown why it deserves to be on a Formula 1 calendar. What a race so far. This is going to be an epic battle to the end.
Not Jack and Blue, 10-lap-old mediums, they are not going to be feeling good on those tyres.
They're gonna
Same
be.
for
I mean,
Joker.
Joker. he's gonna have. He's the best out of them three right now, 100%. But Quiet Boy's gonna have a lot of work to do.
I have a concern for Joker though, friend. Higher temperature. The hards being 2 steps harder are going to be ice cubes no matter what he does.
Exactly.
So, Quiet Boy, it doesn't really matter. As long as it keeps them about 65 to 70 degrees, Quiet Boy's tyres are in a decent enough window to have grip. The rest of the guys ahead of him are going to have ice cubes for tyres, as I'm sure we're about to see the safety car in this lap. There is no way we only end with 1 lap of racing. And it will
car in this lap.
So, the rundown
has been...
That is a slow safety car restart for Knockjack. Is he going to jump at the same point?
He wants everyone to have ice cubes.
Remember.
What are Vinny and Quiet Boy doing? They're exchanging positions. There was lack of communication between these two.
I think it's just with Knockjack going like 30 to 40k an hour right now. He's going 50k an hour.
Oh my god, that was really close to Bluefoot. They are going to be
and there goes Knockjack. And
Knockjack
the grip
goes.
on Quiet Boy. Look at it already.
It's so close. Oh my god, you need to wait for the line.
He has that much more grip. He has to wait for the line and then he can launch. He hasn't gone through. But look at the gap for the top two.
Behind them as well.
Down towards turn 1, Quiet Boy. Gone.
Needs to send it.
On Joker, it's done.
He needs to send it. He does send it. Look at
Vinny off the track. Face Monkey on the inside of Vinny. Can he hang it around the outside of the Ferrari? Just about
Bluefoot
able
is
to.
really close to Knockjack as well. Look at how much Quiet Boy has gained. He needs to get Bluefoot by the end of the lap. He needs to get Bluefoot by the end of this lap. Anyway, Knockjack not really gaining on Bluefoot. I don't blame him. The tyres are absolutely shocking compared.
Oh, look at the grip on Quiet Boy. Look at the exit, Quiet Boy. Easily.
Down the inside.
And that is clear.
Surely he's going to be rapid now. This is going to be a battle to the end. Sinjo gets another 3-second penalty, which won't help him. As Vinny, will help him. Vinny is down to P11, but who cares at the moment? Yari with a 3-second penalty. Now, entering the last lap, look at the amount of grip that Quiet Boy has.
Face Monkey trying to go on Joker, but couldn't make it through. Johnsy Boy takes the position instead.
Oh my days.
And now though,
3-second penalty. This is what we need to see. Here is Quiet Boy on L1. Quiet Boy, surely he needs to gain now.
Oh, look at the difference. There's no DRS really.
There is no DRS. Here, Quiet Boy round the outside. Surely he gets him now. Williams round the outside. Williams against Ferrari. It's a really good overtake. Really, really good overtake. Can Knockjack do anything about it though? Doesn't look like he can. He's used all of the battery. Can he actually get one last move?
He's going to dive to the inside. He's locked up and he's gone. Quiet Boy, it's only
Quiet Boy is going to win this race in round 1 Mexico. LOI Knockjack has been shafted twice with those safety cars. Really unfortunate. He's been absolutely dominant today. And here is Jonesy Boy at the back of Bluefoot. I don't know if this is for a podium position because Joker is only about 2 seconds behind everyone right now. Is Joker on for a podium even though he is down to P7? Everyone has penalties ahead of him.
There goes Johnsy Boy up the inside.
Jonesy
There's
Boy
contact.
off the inside.
Bluefoot
goes off the track. They're still fighting it. Can Face Monkey actually get into this action? As hit LOI Knockjack is sliding. It is Quiet Boy. After the safety car, who is the first Apex Racing League winner in Mexico round 1? Joker gets on the podium. Bluefoot keeps it in P4. Jonesy Boy, a really good recovery drive after a shambolic start from him to the race weekend. Wow.
All I can say is LOI Knockjack had the race in his hands. And I think he just made the wrong call on that final safety car. It was the wrong call not to box. He should have come in. Because as we saw behind, those softs were incredible compared to everyone else. Quiet Boy made the right calls all day on his strategy. And it has paid off for him in the end. He's gotten a bit lucky with the safety cars working out as they did, but I have to say it's been a pretty faultless race from everyone up in front. Not really much to complain about. Johnsy Boy with driver of the day given by the game, unsurprisingly 13th to 5th, and that's not including all of the times he dropped even further back in the race. And the question is, how long can this keep going? Yeah, because all of these guys fought it out tooth and nail to the very end. Penalties galore may have come into it, but
a lot of penalties.
But that's the nature of Mexico and good tracks. You've got those track limits to work with. And honestly, Quiet Boy coming home to win there. I think it looked like it might have been at the start. The setup didn't look brilliant, but in the end, it's all come to fruition for him.
What a race. Couldn't have asked for a better start, to be honest. Couldn't have asked for a better start. That was cinema at the end. We thought the first safety car was going to change things up, but no, another safety car with 2 laps to go. Absolutely amazing. From the Apex Racing League driver as well.
Everything came
From the Apex
together.
team driver who has recently joined the team.
Yeah, he's an incredible driver on his day. Not Jack says in the chat, who controlled the restart? Absolute shambles. And, yeah, I wonder who was controlling that restart, Jack. But despite everything that came against him, he really overcame a lot in that race as well, not Jack. You know, starting on the hards, struggling a bit through the race, but came back. Unfortunately, the strategy call in the end not benefiting him. It actually benefited Joker quite a lot just staying out. Managed to keep his podium position regardless. And that race could have gone any way. But obviously, with that tyre warm-up, I think being the killer at the end for the medium and hard runners that stayed out, and the about 2 seconds a lap that those tyres give you over your rivals. And obviously, so got the calendar up on the stream right now. The next race is in Austria, and that is going to be a sprint race, friends. So double the action, double the qualifying, double the race.
Yes, we've got a really exciting sprint format. So it's going to be really exciting. Really, really exciting. We've got really good tracks, really good sprint races for this season. 10 out of 10 calendar, in my opinion. It's going to be an exciting season. Let's just say that. After seeing round 1, especially, it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, Quiet Boys just messaged me. His strategy was a complete gamble.
Paid off, didn't it?
You know
Paid
what?
off.
Sometimes gambling pays off. We are not advertising actually going and gambling, because you're probably just going to end up broke. Not legitimate advice here, but next week we will be going to Austria here on a Tuesday night. It'll be a sprint race around what is such a high-speed track, and if not Jack does anything like he did today on the setup, he might be a bit screwed when it comes to Austria. There's a bit too much straight line on that track for it to be worth it. Thank you all for coming along with the stream, and we will be back next week for the Austrian Grand Prix here in Apex.